let's have a look at the process you do, because you offer, obviously it's a very cost-effective PR e-release, isn't it, or PR release. So what's the process and what makes you guys different? So let's look at the process first. No, let's talk about what makes you guys a bit different in terms of what you do compared to your competitors.
Right. So the distribution that we have is a national distribution over PR Newswire. It's something that they charge about $1,200 to move a 500-word press release nationally, and we offer that. And we have a new customer special where you can get in for around $300 for a new customer. So it's a 75% savings over going with directly to the Newswire yourself. So that's the real value of us. That being said, I think that the real value of us is that we are very customer centric. We're very into helping and assisting the customer. We provide resources for our customers. For example, I put together during the pandemic strategies for building strategic types of press releases. So many of my customers do standard types of press releases, new hire, a new product launch, and many of these don't result in media pickup. No articles get written about it. So I suggest that they try strategic types of press releases that generally do result in articles. For example, I've never had this fail. If you do a survey or study within your industry and you then tabulate the results and do a press release on that, it generally results between anywhere from 6 to 14 original articles every time they do that. The least I've had a client do is they got 4 articles from it. And so, there are PR firms that charge $4,000 a month that guarantee no media pickup. And I can say to my clients, if you do this type of press release, you will at minimum get 4 media pickups. And it does take a little bit of work. My clients like to push back on work, and I always tell them you can sign up very easily and create a multi-page survey with something like SurveyMonkey. You could even use Google Forms, but I like SurveyMonkey because it's very I like the multi-page approach and how they tabulate the results. And you ask like really compelling questions that are relevant today. Right now, we have supply chain issues. We have so many employment issues. So many work is changing and hiring is changing. And so if you ask some relevant questions about that, as well as there's some economic issues as well. Like, are we going to be heading into a recession or are we not? What's your advertising spending looking like? Are you contracting? Are you spending more? Or are you just taking a wait and see approach? So if you ask a lot of cool questions right now, and you can put additional questions in there as well, that's something that the media would be very receptive to. And the great thing about it is, if you do it today, you could do it again in 6 months because the answers are going to be different. And so, that's a really cool thing. Some of my clients push back and go, well, I don't know who to send it to. And I'm like, every industry has dozens, if not hundreds, of independent and small trade associations. They do not get a lot of love. All the large trade associations do. And so I say, if you approach them and say, will you send this to your members and I'll include you in a press release I'll be issuing over the wire, 80% of them will immediately say yes. Some of them might push back and want you to co-brand the survey or stuff like that. But in most cases, I've seen it work at least 90% of the time with the first trade association that you target and reach out to. And so that's a great way to get the results. They send a link out to their members through social media or email, or even ideally both. And then you can get those results and put together a really great press release with the results that the survey determined. And you'll take what you thought were the most interesting responses, the big ahas. Like, I was really surprised that 84% of people felt this way, and you put a couple quotes in there of why you feel it's skewed that way, and you're the expert because you did the survey, and it's a great way to stand out and get articles written about you in the media.